Hey, what's going on, guys? This is TerrenceRe, and I'm back at you with a weekly update. I'm gonna go over, some moves that I see coming up, or some scans that I have for some stocks that may break out this week, or that have already broken out. Now, these would be mostly long-term plays, like weekly breakouts. So we'll see. We'll go over that. We'll go over the expected move for the week, and I may even pull up some contrarian plays and we'll talk about those live. So, first of all, let's go over the SPX, the expected move for the week. Now, let's pull that up. Now, for the SPX for the week, we got an expected move of about, now I'm on Thinkorswim. Most of the time I'm on TastyTrade, but we're going to look at Thinkorswim this week because that's where I got my scans from. The expected move is about $69 for the week. And you can see here, it's already plotted out on the screen. Now, on this particular platform, I have an indicator that does it for me. And you can see right here. So this is where we ended the week. Now, well, the one thing I like about this indicator, act like I can't talk this morning, is that we have the previous weeks, so we can test this theory out, that and we can see if it makes any sense to even look at these, right? So let's just take a look at last week. So this is last week. You can see the market kind of stayed in between the expected move, and it came right up on the last day and hit through it. And we can see the previous week before that. Look at how the expected move acted as resistance. Came up one day, second day, third day. And then we can look at the previous week. Look, came down, touched the expected move, made a doji, then went back up and touched the above range, of the week. And if we go back to the previous week, look at how it came down and touched and then wicked. And then you can see the previous week. Look at right here, wicked, wicked. So these expected moves that are established by the options market serve as a great range, for support and resistance for the week. So it most of the time it's pretty accurate, which is why I say that the option market drives the market overall, because there's a lot of, like, the big traders trade the SPX, and they trade the S&P 500 futures, which is /ES, and then they trade the SPY, which is the ETF of the S&P 500. And when that happens, and so everything else, and that's how they hedge as well. So, big traders will hedge portfolios with futures, and most of the time they use the S&P 500 futures to hedge their portfolios. So that's why I like to look at it, and this will give us pretty much like a range of what we can expect for the week. Now that's an elevated range of $69. Previously it's been like around the 50s. So vol is I think they're pumping a little bit of vol into the options. And also what we got to be mindful of, we got a crap load of stuff going on in the world. I mean, I'm literally on my phone right now, and I am not exaggerating at all. I'm looking at a video. I got it down, and it's pulled up. It's showing, talking about strikes in the Middle East and this, that, and the third, and talking about Houthis. I never heard of a Houthi before, like the last 2 months or something like that. I don't know if they sit in a room and be like, "Hey, we're gonna scare them this week." We'll be like, well, "What we gonna come up with? Who gonna be the bad guy?" I don't know. Somebody looked at a cartoon. Somebody said Houthis. We're gonna call them Houthis. But anyway, not to make light of the situation of what's going on. It's crazy. Uh, I'm not gonna go too much down that rabbit hole, right? Maybe I'll do that one day. I'll come up with a show and I'm gonna call it The Rabbit Hole. Come on here and I'll just go crazy, go ham for like, 8 minutes or whatever, right? 8 minutes. That's all, 8 minutes. But anyway, so this week we could expect a little bit more fireworks just based on the expected move expanding a little bit more than it has from previous weeks. Now let's get to my scans. Close this up. Now here are a list. Uh, here's a list of weeklies for the week, stuff that's breaking out that I pulled up on my scan. Now, first of all, the first one that comes up is I don't know these stocks. Now, these are just technical stuff that come up. I have a certain criteria that I look for, and I'm gonna run through them, and I'm gonna show you a lot of times like how I determine what I'm gonna trade and what I ain't. And first of all, this is a these particular stocks are, like I said, or it's for the week. So meaning a couple of days it could chop, and it could chop for the week, and then next week resume. These stocks you can see right here on this one right here, this KNX. You can see right here it took out this high, and you see this trend line coming across the top right here. Let me see if I can zoom out even further. You guys see that? It's a trend like right here across the top. Now, with it breaking out right there, I already have my Fibonacci levels set up. I got a next target of like $61.70. We can call it $61. That's another 170 from here. Um, Now, I have another target. Let's zoom out even further. I had another target. The next one up is maybe $66. Now, this may be like a 3-year high. So if I go out max monthly, yeah, that is running towards all-time highs. That all-time high is $64.34. I think it'll at some point break that level and make it to 66. Now, keep in mind, each one of these candlesticks is a week. So we already got one up week, two up weeks, or really three. We may get 3 or 4 more, right around anywhere between 6 to 8 is when I start looking for reversals. So we may get another 3 more. So hopefully you can make it to that range. If not, but I like this trade. So let's go take a look at. This is one that I like. So I'll be watching this one. Let's take a look at CTVA. What is this? Cortiva? Is this like a? I don't know. I have no idea what these stocks are. I'm just being honest with you. We going straight off technicals. Cortiva. I don't know. Sound like it might be some type of pharmaceutical or something like that. But we can see right here like a double bottom. See these wicks on the weekly? If we look at kind of crossed over on the stochastic down here, let's go look at what it looked like on the daily. Now, you see this gap up. It's going to be crazy with a gap up like this, and it had earnings. So earnings must have been good. I'm just guessing from the chart. Don't need to know what they said, but whatever they said, the market liked it. And we got a big gap up. So a lot of times, anytime you have something like this, yeah, it could come back down like very rapidly. So I would be careful. But overall, we go zoom out 3-year weekly. It still got a lot of room to run if it's going to take out its highs, right? And you see this double bottom down here, this support area. So this is one of those ones where, you know, if I got in, I would not trade options. I would not day trade this. I would probably put a stop down here below 44 by shares. And I would probably hold it to it, make all-time highs or something like that. I don't think it pays a dividend. Will it pay a dividend? Yeah, it pays a quarterly dividend of 16 cents. So let's take a look at Now this one is one that I looked at before. This is a cheapie. Um, this is one of those ones you don't have a lot of money. You want to take a shot. It's only a 97-cent stock, and you can see it's been trading in a range. The all-time highs or whatever is right around. This is a penny stock. Dwave Quantum. I don't really advocate trading penny stocks. But if you don't have a lot of money and you don't really care about it, there's 96 bucks. You buy 100 shares and $97. This is one of those ones it could break out of this range and do just what it did back here. You know, if you feeling froggy, you buy maybe 1,000 shares and maybe make a couple $1,000. How I don't really advocate trading penny stocks, but I wanted to talk about it because this is the type of setup. This is a golden setup. These are the ones that I look for. In a range, trading, is bubbling, get ready to pop. These are now you want to get it. You want to catch a stock like Apple, Meta, stocks that's in the S&P 500 or even the S&P 100, a top tier stock with a setup like this, and catch it because at that point it's a decent stock. So if you get a breakout, it could hold and you can really make some money on it. What is this? EURN. I don't know this stock. $17 stock. E trade in a range. I don't really like the setup, but it did come up on my scan, so I don't like that one. This one, why do I keep doing that? This is Banco Santander. I have no idea. SAN. I don't like that. I think I already talked. Did I already talk about NXT? I like this one. I was looking at this one before I started recording the video right here, breaking out of the range. See the trend line right here at the top, breaking out. It gapped up over the first level, second level, third level. It's accelerating. It's accelerating and momentum is increasing. Crazy. I'm guessing it had an earnings beat. Let's see. Yeah, earnings beat actual it was so they had an expected of 37 cent, come back up, and they actually got 96 cent. So that's a beat of like almost 60 cent, 59 cent. That's crazy. So you can see a gap up right here. Now, if this level right here holds, next level is $63. So right now it's at what? 58. That's another $5. Next level would be 71. And then I wouldn't hold it past 75. I like this one. What is this? Next tracker. Let's see. Doesn't have weeklies. The option market, not real liquid in options. Now, that's kind of like a gift and a curse. When something isn't really when it's illiquid, that's when you can get those big moves because you'll get a big trader or you can get a lot of retail traders that come in and they pump the stock and it's not real liquid, so it will pump. So you got to be careful. Uh, the same way this stock went up, like seriously, the same way it gapped up, you could look up one day and boom, and it could come back down. But I still like this setup. I like the I like the pullback into my range, and I like the movement. And you see how you had on Thursday, you had this big green candle, and then Friday it went down, right? See how it went back down, but then it held, it wicked right here, and it ended the day continuing higher. So I'm probably going to watch this one. I'm going to add this to my personal watch list, and I'm going to watch that Monday morning and see how it opens up, because it could open up Monday morning, throwing, going higher, which could put it on the day trade list. So we'll see what we got. I don't want this to be too long. DB, Deutsche Bank. And it's been an uptrend. And then it gapped up. So it looked like I don't like the setup though. I would have rather been in it back here. That don't mean that it can't still go higher though. It's just saying that I don't like this setup. Yeah, I don't like this ain't a setup for me. I don't like this one. Play, what is this? Dave and Buster's. Eh, I don't like that one either. Um, HLIT Harmonic Inc. This might not be a bad one. But I just gonna try to take these highs out. Let's go intraday and see what we're looking at. Ah, I don't want to see extended hours. I don't really see. So on the weekly, this looks great. This is what I want to see on the daily. Now this because when you get a trade like this, guys, you might be in it for a while to make any real money. Uh, It's right there at the 618. It's right there. We get a breakout here. It take out this high right here. It's going, that's 1467, $17. So you can make $4 on it. So if I was to get in right here, my stop would go right here below 975. Look to take profit at $17. That's a 1-to-1. It's about, risking 4 to make 4, 1-to-1. JetBlue. JetBlue look good. This is a nice setup for JetBlue. I don't know a whole lot about the company, but I like the setup. Um, Eat. What is Eat? Brinker International. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but it looked good. It looked good. So this would have to be a long-term play because you could get a pullback and lose a few bucks on this. You got that falling. This is what I call the falling three. 1, 2, 3, and then you break out. That's a nice what I would call like a bull flag. You get that falling three, 1, 2, 3, breakout. So JetBlue and Eat look good. What is this? NNDM. I used to own this back in the day. Not on to mention, long time ago, and I didn't make no money on it. Then you can see it's just been chopping, chopping, chopping. Now maybe maybe it makes its move. I used to own this a long time ago, and you can see it don't do any. It's not doing anything. It's like a one of them 3D printer like companies or something like that. That's how I know it. You see on the daily is making a little noise. You got a upward three, 1, 2, 3, like it shot up out of a cannon. Maybe it's going to do something. Who knows, right? Um, I don't like setup though, but let's go to HP. HP is down. We gotta see what it do. I don't like. I'd have to see now if you're buying it coming down. If you think it's just gonna pull back, hold somewhere in here around support, and then pump up. HP, what is this? Hail Mary and Pain. I have no idea what this stock is. Nucor. I think I heard of this before. It has broken out. Now this is a 3-year range. I think these are all-time highs right here. Look at this triangle. You can see it like it's breaking out of this triangle. So it could be running. Get this breakout here. Maybe it's going. Anything after this. Let's see, max. Yeah, it's at all-time highs. It's crazy. It's a lot of stocks at all-time highs. I think I'm gonna do a video later in the week where I'm just gonna talk about shorts. DHR, man, this is running into a resistance level. So I would like to see it break out of this trend line right here, maybe, and then pull back and retest and then go higher. It's possible. Cleveland Cliffs, they talk about this stock right here. Jim, I think his name is Lamenthal from CNBC. He talks about Cleveland Cliffs a lot. You got that. Oh, you got 4 stocks down. Look like it's getting ready to break out. Let's see. Might be a bad move. Might not be bad, guys. I like to see a break here. I see a break here. Maybe we can get, might watch Cleveland Clips. Set up an alert. This is a weekly. Cleveland Clips. If Cleveland Clips can break this high, I like it. I like it to 29. I like it to 29. I'm going to add that to my personal watch list because we will watch that. Then I'll talk about, yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this one. Ones I put over here, I'm really gonna keep up with. Cleveland Cliffs, and that's a decent like that. I think that's in the S&P 500, so it's not a crappy stock. They got weeklies, it's liquid, and you may say, well, how you know it's liquid? You come over here, you see open interest. I got thousands of contracts over here. Here on the put side, I got thousands, 5,000, 3,000. So it's liquid in the option market, and it's liquid in the stock markets. So um, pays a quarterly dividend, not much, 6 cents, but only a $20 stock. So like I said, I could wait till it breaks out here, or it already had earnings, so which must have had it had a so it must have had a decent earnings. They must have liked what they said on the call. Um, Earnings was negative 5 cents, but they expected it to be more negative. So I guess it wasn't as bad as predicted, which is why we got this big green candle on the weekly. I want to see it break here. I probably could sell a put in this. Nah, not a lot of juice. What is the implied volatility? I would like to see. Let me save. Let's look at the daily. So yeah, I like this. This is one. You got a low implied volatility, so it's gonna be hard to sell options in it. They making it where you damn near you gotta buy it. Yeah, if you're gonna do something. Let's go over some levels again. I think I put them up here already. I'd be looking for the level right there, $29. So I will put my stop here below 14. So you're risking $7 to make 9. It could go further. Like I've seen all of these targets hit before. I just, the further you go out, the lower your probability of getting that target. Now you can move your stop up. You can always do that to make sure that you don't lose any money, once it hits that target up there or whatnot. But let's get this back out. So where are we? We're on Cleveland. Got two more. Otis. Have no idea what this is, but I like the setup. Look at this. So, I know these are all-time highs. I like this. These are all-time highs right here. Well, almost. What's this back here? This is the all-time high back at $92.84. So it's close to all-time highs. These are monthly candles. And you can see we had a doji in January's monthly candle. In February, take out the high of the doji. I like this. This is nice on the weekly. I don't know. I need to know what this stock is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, guys, but I need to find out. Right? Yeah, we need to find out. So I'm gonna do some investigating, find out what this is, because I like the setup, chart wise. But I don't know what is this. It don't have no. It doesn't have weeklies. It got thousands of contracts and monthlies, no weeklies. Otis Worldwide Corp. I don't know. It says hard to borrow. Yeah, it's an illiquid stock. They pay a 34-cent dividend, so get paid to hold it. I don't know. I like the weekly setup, but I don't know a lot about this stock, so be careful. Looking at the sizzle index, it is very low, so they're not really into like it's not a lot of big players in it. They're not trading a lot of options on it. The ones towards the top. Now I've arranged this by sizzle index, which is just like an shows you how the option market is being traded compared to previous days or previous weeks of options. Anything over one, unless you know that they're trading more than the usual. Um, and this one is at like 0.218. So who's ever trading this is trading stocks. Next Decade Corporation, nice setup. Got a lot of chop. It's in a range, trading in some chop. And you might say, well, why is that a nice setup? Because it can break out of the range and go. You can catch, if it does it, right? If it breaks out and you in it here and it bubbles, you can make some money. I just don't know what the stock is. So you want to do some research on it. It did come up on my watch list. It is not liquid. Um, maybe retail trading it. It's only a $5 stock. Um, that's my threshold for, really penny stocks. Like I like stuff that's over $5. If I'm gonna trade it, if it's below five, I kind of treat it like a penny. And most of the time I stay away from it. So this one is a cheap stock. It's illiquid. It's probably a trash stock, right? I don't know anything about the company. I just know the chart. It's in a little range and it came up on my. So that's one thing about this watch list and I just came up with that this morning. It just shows me breakouts that fit a certain criteria that I look for. And these stocks, I wanted to do stocks that I generally don't look at because we can come on here and I could pull up and talk about the same stocks that everyone else talks about. Now, of course, I shouldn't have to tell you, if you buy the big 7 or 6, you're making money. Meta, breakout. Um, and look at it. But this is see the range right here, how it was in a range and then it broke out. That's what some of those previous stocks look like, if you can catch them. Uh, Now, I do like Amazon this week breaking out of its range. I really do like Amazon. Um, you see, I got some targets on here. Next target up here is right around 175 for Amazon. I like that. I like Amazon to hit that 175 target this week. I think. I don't know for sure, but with it breaking out, even if I come to my right here, you can see on my stochastic, it is crossing over to the upside. So I think we could get a larger move, or not maybe not larger, but I think Amazon can continue higher this week. I like that. I like see I got down here Cigna. I like Cigna. You see I got some levels on. I got a level on Cigna. I like Cigna. Look at it. You can see right here, it's in a range. Here's the top of that range. You can see on this trend line. Look at that. It's a nice expanding triangle. So a lot of times the price action will come up and hit that target right up around 334. So we sitting at what, 328 right now. So it's possible that we could get a $6. Let's look at the expected move for the week. The expected move, where are you? It may be hiding behind this. Maybe I need to pull this out. Let's remove it. I don't even see the top range. It's because the high is blocking it. If I highlight it, you see it right here. So the expected move for the week is only 330.87. And the down to the downside is 316. That don't seem right. That don't seem right at all. Okay, because I'm looking at the wick. So let's go to the option tab. Right, $8. So the expected move for the week is $8. It's trading at 323. That's right. That's about right. So that'll put it up right around 331 for the week, and right around at the low, it'd probably be the low of this candlestick for 316. That's for the week. So that means maybe it may not get there this week, right? Because I think that when it hits that level, it'll probably get a little bit, it'll slow down. But maybe next week it'll get up here and try this level up here on this trend line. So I like Amazon for the week to continue higher, and I like the Signal Group. Now that's barring we don't get any retaliation from the Houthis, right? So like I said, we got a lot of things going on geopolitically, especially with the elections coming up, and we got the presidential election and the campaign and all of those things. So be mindful of that because the market could turn on a dime, and at that point, you need to know how to get short and get out of some of your trades. And you're in the right place, so hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and because when that happens, I'm gonna be short and we'll go over some ways to short using options, and we can do it cheaply too. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna be out. Peace.